Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Secord, and if you can find this page in your notebook, we'll begin. We're going to look at those two postulates, side, 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 and side, angle, side. This is how you can show that two triangles are congruent. Side, side, side postulate. If three sides of one triangle are congruent to three sides of the corresponding sides of another triangle, yes, the triangles are congruent. And side angle side, if two sides and the included angle of one triangle are congruent to the corresponding sides and included angle of another triangle, the triangles are congruent. Okay, the first one here. We have side, side, and side. These are congruent triangles, side, side, side. Now, let's match up, finish our statement. Okay, so what corresponds to A? I think I need a B here, first of all. A, B, C. Okay, what corresponds to A? The J does. And what corresponds to our B? I. And then C corresponds to the K. All right, the next one. Here we have side and then an angle and a side. See how the angle is stuck in between the two sides. So it's side, angle, side, because side, angle, side matches. And we have ABC. A corresponds to the L. B corresponds to our N. And C corresponds to the M. The next one. Here we also have side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. Okay, so ABC. Oh, A got left off there. Okay, so A corresponds to the T, and B corresponds to our S, and C corresponds to our R. All right, very good. Erase that. All right, now sometimes they're tricky. Their triangles are sharing something. You can see they're sharing this side right here, this side AC. So we can mark that as congruent. But we need to determine if these triangles are congruent by either side, 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 or side, angle, side. I think you can see the angle marked right here and this one here. So yes, they are congruent by side, angle, side. But I had to use a little bit of thinking, reasoning, because they do share this side. So let's write this congruent statement. A corresponds to C, then B corresponds to the D, and that'll leave A corresponding to the C. Okay, the next one. Again, do you see the side they're sharing? Okay, I'm using 3 tick marks because I've already used 1 and I've already used 2, and then they both share this segment FH. So EFH, what corresponds to E? G. What corresponds to F? H. And then what corresponds to the H? The F does. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the other two ways to prove triangles congruent. You can show two triangles congruent with the following: ASA, angle, side, angle. If two angles and the included side of one triangle are congruent to the corresponding angles and the included side of another triangle, the triangles are congruent. And then angle, angle, side. If two angles and the non-included side of one triangle are congruent to the corresponding two angles and the non-included side of another triangle, the triangles are congruent. Okay. Just like we had the shared sides and the other ones, we have something else tricky here. We have vertical angles. Do you remember those? Vertical angles. They're congruent, so we can mark those equal to each other. Okay? Vertical angles. I'll just write the word up there. Vertical angles are congruent. Okay, so we have angle, side, angle. See how the side is tucked in between the two angles. So this is angle, side, angle. Angle, side, angle. These two triangles are congruent because of this. Let's write our statement. A corresponds to the A. B corresponds to, it has no marking, so it must be the X. And C has one marking, so Y does too. So it'd be triangle AXY. Okay, and then this one. Here we have an angle. Can you see down here we have another angle marked? Not very good there. And a side. Angle, angle, side. See how the side is not between the two angles. So this one is angle, angle, side, because here we have it again. Angle, angle, and side. Okay, so triangle ABC. A corresponds to the F. B corresponds to the E. And C corresponds to the G. All right, now some tricky problems. All right, I start off with a weird one. Okay. ASS, oh no, that's a bad word. And it doesn't prove a triangle. So this is not congruent. Whenever you have that ASS, not going to work. Unless it's a right triangle, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, so these are not congruent. And you can see this angle is obtuse. And this one is a little bit too. But these are not congruent. Okay, not. And let's use our congruent symbol. All right, number 4. Okay, it goes angle, side, angle. Angle, side, angle. ASA. These two triangles are congruent. Are these triangles congruent? Well, let's mark in our vertical angles. Always do that. Helps your brain think. Angle, side, angle. See how the side is in between these two angles. Angle, side, angle. ASA. And the last one. Angle, angle, side. The side is not in between. Not. So this is angle, angle, side. Angle, angle, side. Okay, what I want you to do now is I want you to get in groups of 3. We're going to do a sort of these kind of triangles. So if you could get your desk in a group of 3, and then we'll begin. And thank you.